Welcome back to the channel, Tech Enthusiasts. Today we're diving deep into a developing story that's been stirring up debates across the tech world and political corridors alike. Imagine this: Apple, the titan of innovation, has pulled its ADP encryption feature from UK customers. What does this mean for everyday users, Apple's business strategy, and the UK government's stance on privacy and security? Buckle up as we unpack the consequences of this bold move, exploring every angle and what it might signal for the future. Before we analyze the fallout, let's first break down what ADP encryption actually is. ADP, or Advanced Data Protection, is Apple's cutting-edge encryption feature designed to secure personal data on devices against unauthorized access. It's been a cornerstone of Apple's reputation for privacy and security, one of the main reasons users trust the brand with their most sensitive information. By pulling this feature from the UK market, Apple is effectively removing a key layer of protection for its British customers. But why would Apple do this, and what are the ramifications? For millions of Apple users in the UK, the removal of ADP encryption sends shockwaves through the community. Let's break down the consequences. The primary concern is privacy. With ADP encryption, users have enjoyed robust protection against data breaches and unauthorized surveillance. Its removal might leave personal information more vulnerable to cyber attacks, potentially exposing sensitive data like financial records, personal messages, and even biometric information. This could force users to seek alternative methods or third-party solutions to secure their data, which may not offer the same level of seamless integration or reliability. Apple has built its brand on user trust, largely thanks to its strong emphasis on privacy. With this feature pulled, customers might feel betrayed or left in the dark about what other changes might be coming. The ripple effect could result in decreased loyalty or even a shift towards competitors who continue to offer robust encryption features. While some might argue that the removal is purely a privacy trade-off, it could also affect the overall user experience. Apple's ecosystem is celebrated for its smooth integration of hardware, software, and security. Stripping away a key security feature might force users to adapt to less secure but more cumbersome alternatives, ultimately impacting their experience and satisfaction. Segment 3: Consequences for Apple's business. Narrator: on camera. Now, let's pivot to the business side of things. How does pulling ADP encryption impact Apple as a company? Visuals: dynamic charts and graphs showing trends, stock market symbols, and global maps highlighting the UK. Apple's brand is synonymous with security and innovation. By pulling ADP encryption from the UK market, the company risks damaging its image as the guardian of user privacy. Investors and customers alike might question whether Apple is prioritizing regulatory pressures or strategic market interests over the security of its users. This move could trigger a series of legal challenges and regulatory scrutiny. UK privacy watchdogs, as well as the European Union, may view this as a regression in data protection standards, potentially leading to fines, sanctions, or forced changes in policy. Legal battles could drain resources and distract the company from its core innovation goals. Competitors like Google and Samsung are always on the lookout for market openings. With Apple's trust in data security shaken, rival companies might seize the opportunity to position themselves as safer alternatives. This can lead to increased competition in the premium device market, potentially eroding Apple's market share in the UK. On the business strategy front, this move might force Apple to re-evaluate its product offerings in different regions. It raises questions about whether similar features might be retracted or modified in other markets facing regulatory challenges. Such inconsistency can lead to operational inefficiencies and complicate global marketing strategies. Let's now turn our attention to the role of the UK government. How might officials react to this strategic retreat by one of the world's biggest tech companies? Visuals. For the UK government, data security is a top priority, not only for citizen protection but also for national security. The withdrawal of a key encryption feature like ADP might compel policymakers to revisit and potentially tighten data protection laws. They might initiate investigations into whether regulatory frameworks need updating to keep pace with the evolving digital landscape. Apple's decision might be perceived as a concession to specific regulatory pressures, or even as a tactical move in response to geopolitical tensions. This can strain relations between the UK and multinational corporations, fueling debates on digital sovereignty and corporate accountability. Moreover, such decisions might prompt the government to consider stricter regulations for foreign tech companies operating in the country. The government will also be under the microscope from a public perspective. Citizens, especially those who have long trusted Apple's privacy promises, may demand stronger protections and assurances from both the tech giant and their political leaders. This public pressure can translate into a political mandate for more aggressive digital rights legislation, affecting not only Apple but all tech companies operating within the UK. In response, the government might accelerate efforts to bolster national cybersecurity frameworks. This could involve increased funding for cybersecurity research, development of national encryption standards, or enhanced collaboration with industry experts to safeguard public data. The ultimate goal would be to restore trust and protect the digital infrastructure from potential threats. In the interconnected world of tech and politics, decisions like these send ripples far beyond the immediate parties involved. The interplay between corporate strategy, user security, and government policy shapes the digital ecosystem in profound ways. Montage of global news headlines, tech conferences, and animated network diagrams illustrating interconnections between companies, consumers, and governments. The controversy underscores the ongoing tug-of-war between innovation and regulation. On one side, tech companies push the envelope to deliver groundbreaking features, while on the other, governments strive to protect their citizens. Apple's move forces a reckoning. Should security features be subject to regional regulatory constraints, or should companies maintain a uniform standard globally? This situation also reignites debates on user autonomy. With encryption being a fundamental right in the digital age, customers may feel that decisions about their data security should not be dictated by corporate or governmental interests alone. The conversation could lead to a broader push for digital rights, with consumers demanding more transparency and control over their personal information. Looking ahead, this event may well be a harbinger of more localized approaches to digital security. As governments around the world respond to similar challenges, we could see a patchwork of encryption standards and privacy regulations that vary by region, complicating the landscape for global tech companies. This, in turn, could lead to fragmentation in user experience and operational challenges for companies like Apple. So, what does the future hold? As the dust settles on Apple's controversial decision, all eyes will be on the next steps. Will Apple reintroduce the feature after negotiations or regulatory adjustments? How will customers adapt, and what will competitors do? And importantly, how will the UK government respond to ensure that the digital rights of its citizens are upheld? We're witnessing a pivotal moment in the intersection of technology, business strategy, and public policy. The conversation is just beginning, and your voice matters. Let us know in the comments how you think Apple's decision will impact you, and whether you believe the trade-off between innovation and regulation is worth it. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the stories shaping our digital future. Stay informed, stay secure, and we'll see you in the next video.